Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Heritage Railway News. This is your channel for anything in regards to restoration projects, mainline movements, steam galas and so much more. Coming up this week, update on George the Fifth. Yes, so a progress update has been released on the LNWR express locomotive. New EMU class enters service. So the first class 555 units have entered service on the Tyne Wear Line. And Thomas coming to Train SimWorld 5. Yes, so Train SimWorld have just announced the addition of Thomas and Friends. All this and more coming up. So welcome back to Heritage Railway News. I hope I find you well. And the first topic I want to talk about is all to do with the LNWR's express locomotive George the Fifth, and the George the Fifth Trust have released a progress update. The LNWR George the Fifth Steam Locomotive Trust have released the latest update on progress with the project to construct its namesake locomotive. The frame assembly campaign is making progress with three major items currently being manufactured at a cost of something around £30,000. Borough Foundry have cast the motion plate and frame stretcher and supplied the necessary materials and test certificates. They are now awaiting to be machined, which is expected to be complete by mid-January. They are profile cutting of the plates with various in thickness from 25mm up to 40mm thick and a total weight of approximately 3¼ tons. Work has currently progressed to wield the H section that takes the load from the drawbar and feeds the loads into the main body of the drag box, and also carries a large V bracket for the brake crank. This section needs to be drilled for the brackets, fasteners and the drawbar pin before it can be welded into the drag box. The final stage will be to machine flat faces on either side to the exact width needed to place bolt holes precisely for attaching it to the main frame plates. The next stage is to dismantle the exhibit that has been currently on display at the Crew Heritage Centre. However, the Crew Heritage Centre is not suitable for carrying out significant engineering work, and the space currently occupied is needed for a forthcoming Crew in Wartime exhibition. Possible options are being considered and a plan forward will be published next month. After the locomotive has been stripped down, the work required for the permanent frame assembly will be defined and a list of potential contractors drawn up. One of the primary requirements for the Trust is to have a properly structured organisation that can demonstrate competence to Ricardo, which is the acceptance body. So yeah, it sounds like there's really good progress going on with George the Fifth. Like I say, the LNWR express locomotive, really positive updates there. It sounds like they're really making waves now with this project. Obviously they do need to look into where, considering where they're actually going to keep constructing the locomotive. Obviously it's on display at the Crew Heritage Centre currently. It's got to be dismantled, like I say, for the wartime exhibition. So it's going to be interesting to see obviously where it ends up and who, considering, takes on the contract, and obviously has the locomotive stores there while the restoration project carries on. But like I say, it sounds like really progress, and obviously we'll keep up to date if obviously any announcements are made in the future. So yeah, the next topic I want to talk about, like I say, it's all to do with the new electrical multiple units, the class 555 units, and the fact that they have just entered on the Tyne Wear Line. So after months of waiting and many hours of testing, the first new Tyne Wear metro train has finally entered service. The monumentous occasion came at 11:04 AM on the morning of Wednesday the 18th of December, when one of the new trains departed from Pilau to Montseaton via Newcastle City Centre. Initially, the new train will run from Monday to Friday as part of a phased rollout. The £362 million project is the biggest in Metro's history, and the new Class 555 trains were designed after a public consultation that brought together 23,000 responses. They are being built by Swiss train manufacturer Stadler and feature linear seating, mobile charging points, climate control, 44 digital CCTV cameras, battery technology and an automatic sliding step at each set of doors. In total, 46 new trains are on order and 2/3 of those have been built. 13 new trains have already been delivered and another 25 are due in the new year. Testing the new trains involves 90,000 individual checks and includes everything from seats and windscreen wipers to brakes, CCTV, doors, wheels and power supply. Training staff on the new trains took around a total of 19,000 hours of training time, and as part of their testing the first trains covered 37,000 kilometres. A total of 480 staff are being trained to operate and maintain the new trains, and 195 metro drivers are undergoing conversion training. So yeah, 46 brand new class 555 units for the Tyne Wear Metro line. So, you know, it sounds like they're going to be phased out really soon. Obviously, you know, you've already had 2/3 built with 13 of those new trains already being delivered. So probably expect them to get phased out very soon within the new year. And yeah, like I say, it sounds like it's a very momentous occasion for the line, really. I mean, obviously that huge amount of responses they had. 23,000 people responded to this, and obviously public consultation, the amount of money that's put into it. Hopefully the new trains are going to prove very popular. And the last topic I want to talk about is all to do with everyone's favourite blue tank engine, Thomas. So Thomas and Friends is finally going to be coming to Train Sim World, and they did announce it today via their Twitter page. So in collaboration with our friends at Mattel, Thomas and Friends visits the West Somerset Railway with an add-on coming to Train Sim World next year. Naturally, the star of the show is Thomas the Tank Engine with his friends Annie and Clarabelle joining him. Adding an element of mischief is Diesel and the Troublesome Trucks. What will they get up to? Unlike previous add-ons, the gameplay here is entirely story-driven, with a fun narrative that follows the adventures of Thomas and his friends during their visit to the West Somerset Railway. Stay tuned tomorrow as we sit down with special guests to talk about this new exciting collaboration, and hopefully they've saved some mince pies for us. We'll also talk further about exciting releases in the new year. So yeah, that was just a little brief statement that obviously Train Sim World have released, Dovetail have released in regards to this announcement. Like I say, it's all going to be based around the West Somerset Railway and Thomas's visit to the West Somerset Railway. So obviously he was on his bubble tour this year. Whether or not they'll obviously include liveries like that. Obviously you're going to get Annie and Clarabelle, you're going to get Diesel and the Troublesome Trucks, and you know, Thomas and Friends, there's a vast amount of characters that they could pull on this. So obviously I can expect, when they say exciting releases in the new year, I could probably see quite a few extra characters and a few add-ons being added onto this. But yeah, for any Thomas and Friends fans out there and Train Sim World fans, this is a huge early Christmas present. So yeah, that's been this week's Heritage Railway News. I really hope you've enjoyed that. Now, this is normally the part of the video where I would end it, but I just thought I'd include this. Saves me making a separate video as well at the same time, but I just thought I'd include this, and it was actually just a little box I received. Now, I actually received it from Rails of Sheffield, so they randomly messaged me out of the blue, turned around and said, do you mind if we just send you a little something over? I said, yeah, go ahead, here's my address, and they just sent me this over. Now, I've already opened it, and it's just a few really nice, sweet little bits. So they sent me through this really nice Rails of Sheffield mug as well. Nice tin mug, keep on railway modelling. That's really nice that they sent through. Now, they sent through a couple of branded pens as well, which is really nice. So I've got a couple of branded pens. That's nice. They also sent me across a couple of these branded, and I believe they are both fruit drops. They sent me through a couple of branded fruit shops, which I'm sure you could probably pick up in their store as well. So they're really nice. And I also got this nice train shaped cookie that they sent me through. So that's done by Lottie's Shawls gingerbread. So it's a gingerbread cookie, so that's going to be really tasty. I got this really nice enamel pin as well, basically the logo on the mug, but a nice branded enamel pin badge, so that's going to be really nice. And they also sent me through, really randomly actually, they sent me through a bottle of the Henderson's Relish. So I'm a huge fan of Liam Perry's Worcestershire sauce, so I'm probably going to put that on some cheese and toast. So it's actually made in Sheffield, 1885. Now I have a funny feeling they probably sent this through because they probably had some left over, because they actually did do a branded wagon in collaboration, and you actually did get a bottle or a little mini bottle with it at least. So they probably sent that over because obviously they just probably had some left over anyway, but why not? And they also sent me a really, really nice branded card. So yeah, really, really nice. So what I thought I'd do is I've got this really, really nice little mini bottle of Taylor's Port. So we'll pour that into our new cup, I think. I do like port, I'm a little bit of an old man. And yeah, I thought I would just quickly raise a toast to everyone that's followed this series so far, followed the channel. We've recently just hit 2,000 subscribers. Huge, huge, monumentous occasion. I just thought I'd raise a cup to you, just saying Merry Christmas. Obviously, well, I'll see you in the new year for another Heritage Railway news. There will be a special one getting released just before the new year, where obviously we take a look at all the exciting things that are coming next year, especially Railway 200. So that's going to be really, really exciting. But other than that, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.